far we've traveled. How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock.
You know,
Come on,
I
forget it.
believe
Let's
we've
get
got
out
the
of here.
best mining team
Maybe it's
ever
not too late to
assembled
catch a
here.
ride back home.
Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor. Mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now.
Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though.
Wow, it's like you're reading my mind. Maybe this ain't the first time you've done something like this, eh?
First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. Of course not. I'll pay you out of my own pocket. I care about my miners, even if corporate doesn't understand our struggles down here. I'm willing to put in some sacrifices to help. That's just the kind of guy I am. If I had the credits to buy all the equipment myself, I would. But this is the next best thing. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
Okay, I can see you. Great. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you as his assistant can get him to sign off on the approval.
I don't know who's more confident about this, you or me. Seems you know what you're doing, so I'll let you get to it then. Off you go, up to the Deimos office in orbit. Answer some ridiculous questions about ass-kissing, then we get you that job. Easy peasy. See you when you get back.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
This is a courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into civilian lower level is still likely to result in injury or death. Please exercise.
The community center. One is a good place to connect with them. Or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Hey, careful around
Mining takes all types. Young upstarts, former military,
Keep it simple or keep
ex-cons.
to yourself.
If you can lift
And
a
it
tool
will be
and haul ore,
You ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. Sounds about right, yeah. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? What?
Good bluff.
Fine, I'll talk. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Howdy.
Deimos Starlight doesn't mean we haven't kept up with the times.
While I may technically work in HR, Tia's really the one to see for any work concerns.
Always something to do around
If you
here.
notice any of the miners exhibiting worrisome behavior,
Hello there.
feel free to...
Do I know you? Ah, I see. Well, I'm Leona Hawkes, Deimos Staryard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong.
Well,
Take care
that's
now.
enough for today.
Shall we? Yes, let's.
Hi there, friend.
Can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time. Go to Mars, they said. The pay is great.
Worker satisfaction has been trending. Taking their psychological concerns into account.
They may have disbanded the Red Devil long ago.
Right, Captain. Where are we headed next? They call the Great Serpent, the devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. No other ship readings in the area, and I doubt they'd be so calm if a vanguard had flown by recently. No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our vanguard was heading to next. Exactly. Minimal ship power, go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away. the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their star yard hasn't been running in forever. It's all ancient history now, but the Earth lost its atmosphere. It started sputtering out into space. Humanity had about 50 years to evacuate the planet. That's kind of how the United Colonies government started, managing the exodus. Earth is more or less a dust ball now. You can occasionally find a few remnants of the world we left behind on the surface, but not much. Oh, believe me, the frontier wouldn't be operational without it. Nova was more concerned about redundancy and open design. Interstellar travel was a big unknown then, after all. So even though the parts break down, it's easy to jury-rig a fix for almost anything. Nowadays, starship manufacturers engineer complex modules you always have to buy whole cloth. After you